These are the most heroic moments in football history, and the first moment is here. Pepe loses out the ball in the Euros round of 16 and the goalkeeper pulls out a massive save against the striker Sesko. Here is a penalty later in that game, and he makes another 3 saves in the penalties as well. And Pepe thanks him for saving him after a mistake he made during that game. And here is an amazing 2 saves in the Euros final to deny Declan Rice and Mark Gahey of scoring the winner in the equaliser in the last minute of the game. Here is a lovely outside of the boot finish or pass from Antony to Garnacho, who scores to make it 3-2 against Chelsea. However, they do, as we can see, end up conceding a penalty in the 99th minute. Almost into the 100-minute mark, but that is not it. They have a corner, and Bruno Fernandes is telling them to meet him, but they haven't, and he's got the ball, and he just goes for the shot, and it has gone in off of McTominay's arm, and Cole Palmer scores for a hat-trick against Man United. It's massive. Joselu now gets subbed on for Real Madrid against Bayern Munich, and Neuer somehow spills it, and it is Joselu who is there to pick up the pieces. Here is Nacho, who passes it out wide to Rudiger, to Joselu, who scores a brace to put Real Madrid in the final of a Champions League. And as you can see, there are absolute scenes at the Bernabeu. Here is the Euros round of 16, and England score in the last stages of the game, literally the last minute, to send it to extra time, where the ball gets headed out. A bad shot from Eze. Kane does finish it, and they manage to see out the game, which finishes 2-1, and later obviously getting to the final. Modric watching on in agony here as Calafiore brings the ball to Sakagni, who does a lovely finish to put Italy into the round of 16s. Very bitter there for Modric not being on the pitch, being able to do anything to stop it. Here is a mistake from the Man City defence, and Son is through on goal, but Ortega saves the day with a superb stop, 1-on-1, and denies Son of a goal and Arsenal of a chance of winning the league. Here is Ademola Lookman with a first goal in the Europa League final. Here with a second strike, which is a lovely one as well. And you can believe it, Scamacca passes it to Lookman, who does a little step, and it's an unbelievable finish. Probably the game of his life, and the first player to ever score a hat-trick in the Europa League final, ending their unbeaten run. And here is again the Euro final, very bitter moment for English fans. But Oyarzabal passes it out wide, and should have done better there, Stones. But either way, it's gone through, and they've scored the winner in the 85th minute of the Euros final. And very unfortunate for England there. But anyway, here is Tsimikas, who whips the ball in, and Van Dijk scores. I remember this final was when Liverpool had so many youngsters playing because of their injuries. I think they had 3 or 4, 5 even youngsters. Here is Mbappe, who's through on goal, and Schuler tries to run, and he does manage to make a last-ditch tackle to block Mbappe of his goal, and it's an unreal stop. Here is Kovacic, and Rudiger is telling Lunin which way to go, and he does listen, and he manages to stop it. And he then, with that save, gives Rudiger the chance to take his penalty, and he scores it and puts them through to the I think it was quarters or the semis. Here is Spain in the quarterfinals against Germany, score in the last minute of the game in order to send the hosts out, and gutting for Germany. Here is Copenhagen. It's Rune Bardghji, the Swedish youngster, scoring in the last minute to beat Man United. John Stones here, he tries to clear it off of his own goalkeeper, and he then saves the day by just a few centimetres, even millimetres there. And it's a lovely save there from the Turkish defender. He was just sort of in the way, and seconds later here, they do manage to counter, and it is Kemal Aktürkoğlu who's got an open goal, but he will just run and just slot it into an empty net. And Mamardashvili there, the goalkeeper, very disappointed, but obviously they had to try to go for the game. Palmer and Watkins get subbed on in the semi-final here, like looking to make an impact. That's exactly what they do. Palmer passes it into Watkins, who scores bang on 90 minutes, and it is 2-1 to England, and they're looking at a Euros final, which they did in fact get to. Here is the last minute here. The goalkeeper is off his line, and Rooney sees the player, and he does make an amazing tackle, and he then brings out the ball and he pulls off an amazing ball to their other striker, who then completely slots it in, Acosta there. And that is real good play from Rooney. Here the goalkeeper is in no man's land, and I think knees someone in the face, and obviously will get sent off for it. Giroud will then have to take on the gloves, and he does manage to do an all right effort, and they actually win. Here is Colin Mooney in the last stages of a World Cup final, the biggest moment, and he does miss the volley, and you've got to be gutted, because that can put your name into history forever. Here is Alex Iwobi against United, sends the goalkeeper completely the wrong way, and does score to make it 2-1, I believe. United very disappointed with that game. Here is Lukaku getting denied right on the line there by Ederson, and in a Champions League final, that is heartbreaking for Inter. Here is the last stages of a game against Northern Macedonia versus Italy, and they do in fact score to send Italy out of any chance of being in the World Cup, and it is a stop right on the line from Dumfries to deny Phil Foden of an unbelievable goal, and he does so very calmly. Here is Harvey Elliott, who has a shot, and it is a good goal. Maybe the goalkeeper should have done better. It's a perfect height, but Palace fans are obviously gutted, as it is in the dying stages of the game. Klopp will take it though. Harvey Elliott, Welsh international. Here is Patrick Schick. They're on the verge of losing their unbeaten run, but who better than Schick to score in the last stages of the game? Goalkeeper very unlucky not to save it, but anyway, here in the last moments of the game, he does the same. Goalkeeper once again may be disappointed, but you can't really change the fact that it's gone in, and Schick is part of an unbelievable turnaround for Leverkusen in Azerbaijan. Here is Doku, and who is on the line, denied by is it Slovakian defender. Here is Adingra, who passes it, and Adingra scores the winner in the AFCON final against Mali. It's not the final, I don't think it's the final. It's in fact the semis, I believe, and they did of course sack their manager midway through. Here is Spurs against Brighton, and they do score in the 95th minute to win the game. And Brennan Johnson there takes it, and another last minute goal here from Declan Rice, I believe against Luton last season. A lovely header from him, and as you can see there, the Arsenal staff and the set piece coach are celebrating, and it is a good goal from Declan Rice, a previous West Ham player of course. Talking about last minute, here is another one, and it is Rodri, out of everyone, who scores against Chelsea in the last moments of the game. Goes under the feet of Gallagher, and then deflected by Thiago Silva. Very unlucky here, but Cole Palmer has a chance to bring it all even, and he does. It is 4-4, and Ederson cannot get there, and it is a lovely stop from lovely goal. Here is a save from the Ben Foster, Wrexham goalkeeper, obviously retired now, and scenes as he saves the last minute penalty against Notts County. Here is the pass from De Bruyne to Oscar Bob. It is a lovely, look at this 2-foot turn, and Pep Guardiola is obviously buzzing, and it's a good finish. I think he's been out for a good few months, Oscar Bob, actually. It's unfortunate. But Mbappe misses the first one and scores the rebound against Bizot there. And he'll obviously take that. Bit nervy though. Bayern Munich here against RB Leipzig, and it is none other than Harry Kane scoring in the last minutes of the game. And it's a lovely finish there from Harry Kane. Here is Kobbie Mainoo, who passes it to Dalot, who then whips it in, and it's a header by Højlund, I believe. Ten Hag obviously no longer at United, but Martinez could not quite get his hands up high enough. It's actually McTominay, not Højlund. Thiago Silva with an on-the-line clearance for Chelsea in their Champions League campaign. And he does injure himself as well in the making. Here is Valverde, and it bounces off, and none other than Bellingham to pick up the pieces and you score in the last minute against Union Berlin in the Champions League. Here is Palace versus Chelsea, and it's the last minute, and of course Conor Gallagher, previous Palace player, does score and does in fact celebrate. Here's Saarbrücken against Bayern Munich, who do pull up an unbelievable upset. Thomas Tuchel didn't really have that amazing of a spell at Bayern Munich, getting knocked out of the cup and losing out in the league. But either way, here is Chelsea again, and he's been given all the time in the world, Enzo, so he just slots it in the top corner. Munoz is on the floor there trying to see if he can get something on that. Here is Di Maria in the last minute of the game, and he slots it away beautifully for Benfica there, and the goalkeeper just could not get there quick enough, and Europa League goal there for him. Here is Leverkusen, who scored a last minute winner, and it is a beauty from, is that Wirtz? No, it is not. It is Palacios who scores another Chelsea versus Palace game, and it is Madueke taking the penalty this time. Not sure if Palmer wasn't on the pitch, but he has taken it, and he has given it the big one. It is a lovely header there from, is that Sabir? Pepe for PSV. It's a really good header there. Defender was really close to getting there, but he just couldn't quite. Here's one of the best games of last season. Kulusevski with the header in the pretty much last kick of the game. Ake wasn't quite physical enough, and it is a beautiful, beautiful header. Here's Roma in the last minute of the game, and is this the Iranian striker? I believe it is, yeah, and it is a good finish, and they actually do, with the help of Lukaku, manage to get that last minute winner for Jose Mourinho. Is obviously very happy about that, and Lukaku obviously as well happy to celebrate. Another City against is that Leipzig, and Julian Alvarez obviously now Atletico Madrid. Big loss for City, I think. I think they would have done a lot better this season with him. That has been all for the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to check out any of my other videos, like a reaction playlist with all my other reaction videos, awesome other stuff in the channel, and make sure to subscribe, like, and comment what you think down in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.